Alright, welcome back. I'm going to show you how to do a sweep. So, let's start with a sketch again on the XY plane. Okay. And we're going to let's make it easier. Let's go to the part design workbench. I'll show you how to do two things at once. So we're going to go to the part workbench. We're going to close that out. Go to sketch, delete that, and we're going to go to primitives. Okay. So when you get to this page, you're going to have primitives. Go to helix, and you can change these parameters as far as the helix goes. The pitch is the distance between the spiral iterations. So every time the spiral goes around once, and the distance between the ends of the spirals at the end. That's the pitch. The height is how high it is, of course. The radius is the radius, and the angle is the angle. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, so, and let's have a radius of 30. Okay, so here's your helix. Now, in the properties menu here, you have the view and you have the data. Now in the data, you can change the radius, and you can see how it looks as you're changing it. So if you're doing the height, it will add the height for you. Or if you doing the pitch, it will stretch it out. And it will show you the pitch is the distance between these here. The distance between this one and this one is 2.7. As you can see, hit your ruler, boom, boom, 2.8. About 2.7. Let's do another one. It's 2.7, but I can't get it perfectly straight. Yeah, 2.70 or whatever. Alright. So, that's the difference between the iterations. That's what it means. The radius is the radius, but you can make it bigger or smaller as you go. So the properties menu is very important. Hit this to make it fit the screen. Okay. That's what it. Okay. Once you have that, then I'll hit that and then go to the part design workbench and hit sketch. And you want that on the, this is on the up and down plane for a helix. So you want to know on the X and Z plane. Hit OK. Get real close to it. The first thing I do with a helix is, if I'm going to make, say, threading, I will put a dot right at the end of where I want to do my sketch. Then I'll set a constraint to keep that dot right where it's at, so I can use it as a reference point. No, I was wrong. I wanted to keep the distance, and I want to make the dot. Okay, there it is. By the way, if you make a mistake, you can hit this back arrow here. Don't hit it too many times though, because it might mess you up. Just, hit it once. Okay. So once you have that, now you can write. Now you can make your little sketch here. I'm just going to use a circle just to make it easier. But usually if you're talking about threading, you want it to be something that cuts into the what you're making. So I'll just make it a triangle. How about that? Set this and this to the degrees. I'll put 60. Set this distance. All right. No. Distance. I want it to be 1 millimeter. Make this and this equal. And then set this and this together. Mess me up. Boom, boom, boom. No. Boom. That's right. I'm hitting the wrong one. There it is. All right. So once you do that, now you have one more constraint to hit, and that is the distance between this. It's hard sometimes because you have to get it all on the screen. And this, and that's fully constrained. Okay. Now once you've done that, fit the screen and go to the part workbench and go to sweep, and you're going to keep the helix here, and you want to move the sketch over here. Hit sweep path, hit done, create. I want it to create a solid, and I want it to be a Fresnel, which means I want it even all the way around. Okay, hit OK, and you see now you have your sweep. This is how you thread for threading and all like that. You use this and you do a Boolean operation to remove the material from other material. Matter of fact, I'll just show you right now. Just do it all at once. So what I'll do is, I know this sweep has a radius of 29.6. So I'm going to make a object that has a radius of, say, 40. So I'm going to hide all this, toggle visibility, and I'm going to go back to the part design workbench and create a sketch. Hit OK. Okay. Actually, I don't have to do that. Let's go back to the part design workbench and close that. Erase the sketch. That's too much work. Delete it. There's a better way to do this. Hit primitive. Now you have the primitive here. You have a cylinder. Okay. Take that cylinder and change the radius and everything. So the height, radius, I want it to be 40. Fit screen. And okay. All right. Now, take the sweep. And I can't see anything right now, so you take the cylinder and go to data or view and go to transparency and put that at like 60%. Okay, now you can see the helix in the middle. Okay, And what you do is you take the sweep and go to data, go to placement, position, the Z position up and down, and make that go up. Now, usually I would pad this first, but let's see what happens when I just cut it out. So, I'm going to show you how to do a Boolean operation at the same time. Take the cylinder and the sweep. Take the cylinder first, because you want the cylinder to stay and the sweep to be subtracted from the cylinder. So hit the cylinder first, hit Control, and then hit sweep. And then hit a Boolean. And you can't see it, but it cut out. Let's see if I can do a transparency here. It cut out that exact shape all the way through. See? The object. You removed it from inside the object. Now, if you want to delete that, delete. The helix is a data point of radius of 29.6. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do threading now. Take the sweep and toggle visibility. Then I'm going to take to the part design, sketch. Now, I'm going to sketch on this plane here. Create sketch. Now, radius 29.6. Okay. Close and pocket. Okay. Now I want to fit screen, bring back the helix or the sweep. Okay? And you see it's right there in the middle. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take the pocket, hit Control, hold Control, hit Sweep, go to Part Bench, and hit Boolean. And as you can see, it removes that material from the pad. That's how you do threading. Make sure that the helix is the exact same diameter of the hole. All right, until next time.